Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about the main benefits of using your own router over the supplied routers by your broadband provider. I'll also tell you a bit about my router and my home setup. So this is my router. It's the Asus AC68U. In fact, Asus make a bunch of fantastic routers. So if you're interested in having a look at a new router, check out the links below and you can see the link to my router. But before we get into any of that, really appreciate it if you click that subscribe button and give this a thumbs up. So the story goes back a few years now when I was using a rubbish Sky Broadband router. It was so rubbish, in fact, I couldn't stream a video from my network attached storage device to the TV in the lounge without it constantly buffering. If you live in a larger house where some areas aren't getting covered by Wi-Fi, you don't necessarily need to go out and buy Wi-Fi extenders. With a new router, it will most likely have stronger antennas and stronger Wi-Fi signals where it will cover a larger area. With a non-ISP router, you tend to get more admin controls, guest network access, so you can create a completely separate network for when you have people over and you don't want them on your network. QoS, or quality of service controls. This means that you can actually tell the router which network traffic to prioritise. So if you've got somebody that's wanting to stream 4K movies and you've got somebody that's basically just surfing the internet or playing games, you can tell the router to prioritise the video streaming traffic. And similarly, you can control the speed of individual devices on your router and even throttle them back to no internet access at all. Obviously, all of this is going to be dependent on the router that you buy, but you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds to get a really good feature-rich router. In fact, my router is actually only £125. And believe it or not, it's probably about 6 years old now, if not older, and it's still one of the best-selling routers from Asus on Amazon. Now, this isn't sponsored by Asus or anything like that, so this is my full-on honest opinion. One of the best things is the app. Now, the app, you can control all sorts of things. And one of the features that I find most addictive is simply just watching the real-time traffic. So the upload and download and the amount of bandwidth that is currently going through the router. You can see a full list of all the devices that are on your network at any one time. And this is whether they're on the 5 GHz network, the 2.4 GHz, or even plugged in. And from here, you can go in and you can throttle the bandwidth on each device if wanted. It also tells you if there's any updates for the router available. And as this router has the latest Asus firmware, it's actually compatible with the mesh Wi-Fi. So this means that you can have multiple routers around the house that will talk to each other simultaneously without you losing signal from one to the other. But that's another topic for a different video.
It's also worth mentioning that Asus has their own interface that you can access via the browser, and this gives you more advanced settings that you can change, and this is how you would set up for the different connection types. But there's too much to talk about in this video here, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a detailed video.
So I've used this router in a few different scenarios actually. So I've had it in bridge mode from my Sky router that I had. You can just switch the Wi-Fi off there, stick an Ethernet cable in the back of that into the router, and then you can actually use that as your main Wi-Fi. I've also used it in 4G mode. So I bought a 4G dongle, stuck that into the USB port on the back of the router. Then you can actually stick that into WAN mode from the USB, and then you've got 4G router. So a few people have been asking where I have my router set up based on my Starlink videos. If you haven't seen those already, check those out. But yeah, I have my router set up under the stairs because that's the most central part of the house. And in here, the Starlink comes in from the lounge through Ethernet cable built into the house and out of this patch panel here and into the router. So that's just about it, guys. Thanks for tuning into this video. And if you're interested in the Starlink internet service, please check out my videos. If there's any other topics that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out. Thanks.